amazing that I've been included in this press conference. But I do welcome you on behalf of the Duwamish people to come to our longhouse, and I'm sure that some of you have been here before. And thank you, James, for introducing me. It seems a little odd to be included in this, but I really appreciate what they're doing on behalf of the city and the Duwamish cleanup. And anyway, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you guys spend this money wisely. Well, times are tough. I heard your governor say it's tough times now. So we have to expend money very wisely. And thank you for including me today. It's amazing that I get included in a lot of things, but it is our longhouse. It's not mine. It belongs to the people of Seattle. There you go. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Cecilia. And whether she believes it or not, it's always important to have her around. Introduce the folks. Good morning.
Good morning.
That's not bad at all. Very good. Okay. As we know, today is a very special day. It's a very special announcement between the EPA and the Duwamish River Cleanup Coalition. But today is Dia de los Angelitos, or Day of the Little Angels, which is observed in a large part of the communities around the Duwamish Valley. It is a day to celebrate the lives of children who have passed on. Celebrates the key word. It's not to mourn their passing, but to celebrate their life. Today, the Duwamish River Cleanup Coalition Technical Advisory Group and the Environmental Protection Agency announce a project that will identify, prioritize, and develop action plans to address health disparities in the Duwamish Valley. The communities in the Duwamish Valley need to celebrate more. To celebrate full, healthy lives of their families and the successes of their businesses. With our partners, we will make a difference. Not just to identify, but to develop plans and take action. We need to have these communities, as well as the businesses in the Duwamish Valley, thrive. Business will be part of the solution for the communities, and communities will be part of the solution for the businesses. We must work through this together. DRCC invites all in this valley to participate in the project. Together we will all thrive and celebrate the long and happy, healthy lives of all of our families. Right now, I'm also acting as the Master of Ceremonies for everybody. It's my pleasure to introduce the City of Seattle Council President, Mr. Richard.
Thank you very much, James. I want to express my appreciation for the work that you and the Duwamish Coalition is doing, and congratulations on this great success in being able to obtain this funding commitment to help advance that work. And I also want to say a special thank you to Duwamish Tribal Leader Cecile Hansen for welcoming and hosting us here. Very much appreciate the opportunity to be here at this very, very important part of the history and culture of all of the people of Seattle. You know, the city has a long history of working in relationship with the Duwamish, with this river that forms really, in many ways, the heart and the key arterial for the city of Seattle. And that history hasn't always been the most pleasant one, but we are in the process of working to change that. And the news that I want to bring to you is that the city will be a full partner in restoring the health of the Duwamish Valley and of doing whatever whatever we can to make sure that the people of the Duwamish Valley share in the health and prosperity that we believe they are entitled to. And what's great about our partnership on this grant is that all of the city agencies and entities who supported the requests and the application for this grant have come together to say that we want to make that commitment. We want to ensure that, in fact, we are realizing the vision that the people are looking for in this area. And so the letters of support that were submitted for this grant indicated that there will be full cooperation and full investment and full involvement of our city agencies. And the reason we want to do that is because we are evolving a new vision of what the Duwamish can be for the people of Seattle. In many ways, over the past decades, we've kind of turned our back on the Duwamish. Not literally, because it's also been a very important part of our industrial sector. It's also been something that where our port operates that has been a very important part of our economy. And we've had communities in this area that have been, of course, part of the Seattle community. But still, we have to be willing to step back and say, this could be the heart of what the community of Seattle is. And now at a time when we're in the process of beginning to revision the waterfront in downtown Seattle, it's also time for us to take the step to say, and that waterfront extends from downtown all the way up through Seattle along the Duwamish River. And we have an opportunity to really make this a place that is a centerpiece for what the future of Seattle is going to be. And what that centerpiece involves is making a real commitment to keeping the cleanup of the Duwamish River moving as rapidly and as quickly and as efficiently and effectively as possible, and then taking advantage of that cleanup to make sure that we work with the people around the Duwamish River to ensure that they benefit from the things that we are doing and that they have the resources and the opportunities that they need for the future. We can make the Duwamish a new area, an area where the cities and the communities of South Park and Georgetown and the people who live along the Duwamish really share effectively and efficiently in the prosperity of the rest of Seattle. A place where there are jobs, where there are economic opportunities, where there is social justice, where there is also a clean environment and an environment that people are really proud and happy to be a part of. So that's what we're aiming for. That's the long-term aim. And the fact of having this project to get things going and moving to the next stage is a really important and significant one, not only for the people here, but for everyone in Seattle. It's great to have the opportunity to be part of it. It's great to see Dennis's signature on this big check. Thank you, Dennis. That's really wonderful. And it's great to say that we are taking this step in the direction of environmental justice for our people. Congratulations to the Coalition. Congratulations, James. Thank you for the opportunity to be here and help you celebrate this grant.
Thank you very much, Richard. This is kind of odd because I work with these people in a lot of ways, and one of the things that you don't understand is that they're not just your elected officials, but they are really in the trenches, and they work very hard to make sure that this area is a much better area, both Richard and Dow. It's my pleasure right now to introduce King County Executive, Mr. Dow Constantine.
Thank you, James. James, of course, knows about working in the trenches because the places we see him all the time, those late night meetings and early morning cleanups and all of the projects that we've had the opportunity to work on together over the years. And I want to thank you for your continued commitment through the DRCC. Thank you to the Duwamish tribe for opening up the Longhouse to us this morning for this event. Thank you for holding the first meeting of the morning here on the Duwamish Peninsula, saving the aggravation of the morning commute. And congratulations to the Duwamish River Cleanup Coalition leadership for successfully securing this EPA grant for the Duwamish Valley Healthy Communities Project. It's been more than a decade now that DRCC has led efforts to improve the health of the people, all the people who live and work in the area, through advocacy work related to Superfund cleanup. James Rasmussen, B.J. Cummings, they've demonstrated time and again their deep commitment to a healthy river and to healthy communities. So it's exciting to be here today to celebrate the continuation of that work, the continuation of DRCC's commitment and the future promise that the Healthy Communities Project will bring. The Environmental Protection Agency's CARE grant will address some of the current challenges faced by community members so they can have the opportunity to fulfill their own potential. The program will review and prioritize the community's greatest concerns, like access to healthy foods, like medical services or transportation, access to parks, and economic opportunity. King County is deeply committed to the principles of equity and social justice, and to supporting the lower Duwamish area. For example, our county council last year adopted legislation that ensures that these equity principles are not just statements of policy, but they're reflected in all of our decision-making. Fairness and opportunity is not just a slogan or a goal. In King County, it is now the law. To King County, equity and social justice means that all residents have opportunities, regardless of the wealth of the family into which they were born, or their neighborhood, or their race or ethnicity, or gender, immigration status, sexual orientation, disability. Equity and social justice can be measured in many ways. The availability of jobs, affordable housing, access to transportation, a healthy physical and natural environment, and access to healthy food and health services. King County is committing staff and resources to correct long-standing health inequities in several ways. We convene and facilitate the South Seattle Environmental Justice Interagency Group. Through communities putting prevention to work, Concord Elementary School has healthier food and beverages in the school, and school celebrations are becoming healthy. And we were able to support Mara Farms in opening an occasional fresh produce stand for the community. We are working toward a cleanup plan to address the historical contamination in the lower Duwamish River itself. King County's already completed a project that removes 66,000 cubic yards of contaminated sediment from the Duwamish Diagonal. And we're steadfast in our commitment to reducing combined sewer overflows. Since 1990, we've reduced overflows of stormwater and sewage in the Duwamish by 77%. Over the next several years, King County will invest an estimated $510 million in additional CSO reduction in the Duwamish. And we will continue working with cities, with agencies, with the Department of Ecology on new and innovative ways to control new and ongoing sources of pollution, including stormwater, to protect human and environmental health before, during, and after the Superfund cleanup. Finally, we'll also continue to be actively engaged in the Duwamish communities as we continue the construction on a new South Park Bridge and the restoration of the river in the area of the bridge. So I want to thank you for inviting us all here today, and I look forward to supporting DRCC's work on the Healthy Communities Project.
Careful what you ask for. Actually, the man of the hour and the man of the day, the man who actually signed the check, and that's always an important part of an equation like this, is to have somebody sign the check. And somebody that I'm learning more about and learning that I like you more and more and more. So without more hyperbole, EPA Region 10 Administrator, Mr. Dennis McClellan.
Seattle's river, and thank you, Chairman Hansen, for opening the Longhouse and inviting us here today, and James for hosting as well. It's a very exciting day for us. It's getting less frequent that I'm able to give out the big checks like this, and it's really important that we make sure that the projects that we do give funding to really achieve results, and this is one I'm really excited about. The potential of this partnership and the potential for benefits to the community are tremendous here. So pretty excited to be part of this. And this fall we're celebrating an EPA that we've given out 100 of these CARE grants around the country. We were hoping that this one would be number 100, but somebody paced us out at a ceremony back in DC and got the 100. But we're right around the 100th here, and it's great that the Duwamish Valley Health Communities Project is now a part of the family of communities around the country that have gotten these CARE grants, because they really do result in some great things in communities. And I heard that BJ was part of the 100th grant celebration in DC back on October 18th, and that's pretty exciting for us as an agency, and it's pretty neat that we've got 100 communities now, and that one of those is this community. Through the CARE program, EPA provides funding, tools, and technical support that enable underserved communities to create collaborative partnerships to take effective actions to address local environmental problems. And essentially, what CARE is all about is empowering communities to deal with problems themselves by building their capacity to better understand and address their environmental problems, and build partnerships to address those problems. It's great to hear today, too, the commitment of the City of Seattle and King County through their elected officials to working here in this community. I know they've been doing that for a long time, but things are really starting to come together here. It's a pretty exciting time to see this grant actually happen. This grant is also a great example of Administrator Lisa Jackson's priorities and commitment to the EPA Urban Waters Program and to the CARE program. We like these collaborative partnerships, and engaging communities in these partnerships is a great part of her 7 priorities for the agency. And I have to say, her 7 priorities were a key reason why I joined EPA. They're the right priorities to work in communities, creating these partnerships and work on the right set of problems. This on-the-ground support helps to reduce environmental pollution from all sources, and 90% of CARE projects are in communities with EJ concerns, like the Duwamish Valley. So this is the right money going to the right places for the right things. Of course, the community focus is for this grant is the Duwamish Valley, and that includes some of our communities, both most ethnically diverse neighborhoods and some of our lowest income areas as well. And the Duwamish Valley, as we all know, is burdened by exposure to multiple sources of environmental pollution and disproportionate impacts compared to some of our other neighborhoods in the community. So I'm really excited to see this money coming here and the community coming together to partner to focus on improvement. Some of the environmental hazards that will be looked at during this project are soil contamination, outdoor air pollution, indoor air pollution, and poor water quality. And specifically through this CARE agreement called the Duwamish Healthy Communities Project, the coalition will help convene residents, businesses, local governments, and stakeholders to form a sustainable partnership committed to improving the local community's health. It's going to identify sources of environmental exposures and associated health risks and assets in the Duwamish Valley community and develop a community health profile. It'll conduct a consensus-based prioritization of health risks and assets the community partnership will work to reduce or enhance. It'll develop strategies to reduce or eliminate the priority risks in order to improve the health of the entire Duwamish Valley community. And so the work the coalition will do under this grant is critically important work for the community, to be sure. And it's also the kind of work that's critically important to EPA. It's really at the heart of our mission. It's at the heart of our current priorities to protect people's health and the environment. And it's really great to see this. And I want to thank BJ and James and the other members of the coalition who've been so dedicated for so long to this community and to our collective work to protect the people and the environment of the Duwamish River Valley. So congratulations. It's a great opportunity to hand this money to the right folks for the right reasons. So thank you very much.
This is the picture, right? So this is an important part of all of it. We have a lot of acknowledgments here. We have not only our partners that are here today, but we also have a lot of other people that we have to say hello to. And when I do mention your name, please stand up so that if there's a reporter that is dying to talk to that person, they know who you are. We have Amanda Brothers from Senator Patty Murray's office. She's here. Thank you very much. We have Mr. Pete Mills from Representative Jim McDermott's office here today. And we have Jan Buckman from City Councilman Sally Bagshaw's office as well. Also very important to say, because these are people we work with closely and have for a long time, Renee Gagson. We have Sally Hand from EPA as well. She's our grant administrator. And we have our partners, and this is the important part about this. This is putting together the team that's going to make this work. Our partner representatives, Morgan Berry. Morgan Berry from Public County. We have Mr. Richard Gill, Department of Natural Resources. We have Bon Wynn and also Christina Gallegos from Community Coalition for Environmental Justice. We have Kasteng Dan San from Seattle Environmental Justice, and also Seattle Environmental Justice and Seattle Seattle Faith Division. You know, that's where I got these. And also Natalie Hunter as well.
Service equity division, because the whole thing is ratepayer equity, and this is part of ratepayer equity.
Don't be bashful. Also, somebody very important to us, Ms. Genevieve Aguilar from Puget Sound Sage. Another very important partner to us, that's Stephanie Jones-Stebbins and Sally Del Fiero and Jasmine Perzu from Port of Seattle. And we have Mr. John Taylor here from Cleanscapes. A very good partner. Somebody that we worked with for a long time on a lot of these type of things, and somebody, I don't know what we would do without Katie Furr from the University of Washington Superfund Research Group. And last but not least, in any way, one of the people who's a rock in their own community was Paulina Lopez. Just to close, as some of you might know, this place is very near and dear to my heart. And a lot of sweat and equity and those type of things went into this place. So it's very important to talk about the people who are here that still make this thing work. And that would be number one was Linda Dabrowski, who is does excellent work. And also from the Duwamish Tribal Services, as well as the board of directors, Mr. Tom Spears is here today. Also, an important partner in a lot of ways, and very much a mentor to me in a lot of ways here, and somebody that can't go without saying anything about, because he's a wonderful guy and he's going to actually do the heavy lifting. It's Mr. Kevin Borrelli from And then the most important people to me, the people that in a lot of ways have my back and those kind of things. Mr. Alberto Rodriguez, and the lady that makes stuff happen, and somebody that I'm learning a lot from, it's DJ Cummings. I would like to thank you all for coming out this afternoon. We have time for question and answers. We have time for coffee. We have time to shake hands. We have time to hand out literature and those type of things about what we are doing. I'd like to again thank Mr. Richard Conlon, Mr. Deb Constantine, Mr. Dennis McLaren for coming out today and letting do this wonderful thing. And thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. The community will not